good morning. You're listening to Overcoming Life. I am your host, Opal Bailey. Have you ever heard the phrase that says father like son, or you're just going to be like this person or that person? And sometimes we feel in our life that we are living the life of what someone else has said, or maybe in our own environment, and we don't seem to find a way to get out of the rut or the situation that we sometimes put ourselves in. And then sometimes our behavior can be unbecoming of us, and we think that's really who we really are, when actually it's not. We're just doing or becoming what someone else has said. The story that I have for you today is about a young man named Jacob. And Jacob was considered to be someone who was causing havoc. You know, his whole life he was manipulating and scheming, and actually his name is called trickster and deceiver. And, you know, he's always doing something to better himself instead of bettering other people. And so throughout his life, everyone knew who Jacob was. They expected Jacob to be that way. They expected him to be a manipulator, a schemer, a trickster, you know, a deceiver. And so he began also not only to live out his life, but his life became such turmoil. It became such a way that he even himself believed deep down in himself that that's who he really was, until one day he came to a realization that he was tired of being that way. He was tired of living a life of deception, living a life of deceiving people and mistreating people. And sometimes we feel like we're doing and living that life because that's who we are. But in reality, it's not. It's just the way we're conditioned. It's just the way that our environment has shaped us to be that person that we really isn't, but we really believe that we are. And so Jacob's story is a beautiful story about how he allowed God to come into his life, and God changed him. He gave him a new name. And with the name of Israel, Jacob's life turned 100 times over, and so much better, to where his old life, he didn't know anything of it anymore. He became a new person. And as we're approaching and as we're already in the new year, I'm encouraging you, don't allow your environment, don't allow things that happen to you, because there are a lot of things that does happen to us, and it can affect us. It can affect us the way we live, how we talk, how we treat other people, and how people treat us. But I'm encouraging you, don't allow the things that happened to you in 2016 carry over into this new year. And if it's hard for you to overcome, and if it's hard for you to figure out what to do, I just pray. Just pray and ask the Lord to just help you to be the person that he really see you as, because that's the whole point of it is anyway. It's not about what other people say, it's how God see you. And sometimes we don't have the God view. We don't have his vision. We don't have his perception. We have everybody else's vision, everybody else's perception, what we should be, who we should be, how we should be, the way we should act. But in reality, once we tap into the truth and the reality who we really are, it is going to be a phenomenal year for you. And I am a witness of this, because there are times, man, I mean, from my environment and the way I acted and the way I was treating people, deep down inside, I knew it was like a different person. I knew somewhere down there that it really wasn't who I really was meant to be. And it took me getting on my knees and asking God to help me to be the woman that he sees. And when I did that, he changed my name. He changed me. He changed my perception. He changed my thought pattern. And when he say change your name, he changed your name based on the way you are supposed to be. Because as my name is Opal, you think of jewel, precious, valuable. And so those are the things he was letting me know what Opal really was, not what Opal was doing. So be encouraged this year and seek out what God has for you. Seek out the beauty in who God created inside of you, and know that you do not have to be the same that you were last year. Things do not have to things does not have to, you don't have to act the same or any of this stuff. You really don't, because you know why? We have a choice. We have a choice to embrace the new. I'm just so excited about 2017. I'm so excited about this new year. Is because new opportunities, new doors, new perception, new friends, new healthy relationships, new everything. And when you have that excitement, it breeds excitement. It causes excitement. It causes good things to come to you, because you know that your trust is not in people or what your environment says or what people think you should be and do. Your trust is in the Lord, and God will help you to be that person that he created you to be. There is a song by the country singer Chris Young, and I heard it, and the title of the song says, "The Man I Want to Be." And these are the words that I wrote down, some of the words in his song. It says, "I spent my whole life getting it all wrong. I want to be a good man. A do like I should man. A kind of man a mirror will like to see. I want to be a strong man. Admit I was a wrong man. God, I'm asking you to help me to be the man I want to be." So our life lesson today, through this week, through this year, is to ask God to make you the person that he sees you as well as what you want to be. Because I'm telling you, the minute you ask him to do that for you, he will do it. And you will see your mind change, your environment change, your lifestyle change. And most of all, you will begin to change. And you will see that your life is not just something you're just existing and living and what, I hear people say surviving, trying to make it through, but it will be of overcoming life. It will be a life of victory, even in the midst of difficulties, even in the midst of situations that we all can't guarantee, but we do know that if our life is in the Lord and if our trust is in him and he's working on you to be a better you, then he's going to cause you to overcome. It's possible. That's all. It's just, that's the totality of it. He's going to cause you to overcome, and you can overcome in any situation, any circumstance, anything, any pain, any hurt, any whatever 2017 brings. Just because your dependency is on the Lord and just because he allowed you to see who you really are. And sometimes we have to really assess that. We have to look and ask, God, is this who I really am? And more than likely, he's going to tell you, no. Well, let me show you who you are. Because that person is what I really created you to be before the foundation of the world. That person is who I knew you to be. But because of your situation and your environment or your circumstances or the negative words that were spoken of over us shaped us into something that we was never meant to be. So be encouraged this week. Be encouraged this month. Be encouraged for this new year to live a life that is new. Don't allow who you used to be brought into a new year, because new wine can go into an old wineskin. Remember, you are an overcomer, and we are destined, purposed. God created us to be just that. So 2017, walk in who you were originally supposed to be and be all that God called you to be. God bless.